Look at this, almost 5% recovery on the day. Things were not looking so good once trading kicked off at 9:30 in the morning today for Tesla stock. That is because we are getting some news out of China that is not so encouraging. We also have some more encouraging news that came out over the last 20 hours that Tesla's going to start producing iron batteries, although the charge on these is less kilowatt hours. It's going to be a lot cheaper for Tesla to produce and distribute these batteries in a brand new facility. So that's what we're going to talk about, guys. We're going to get into technicals as well and look at the option activity and the raw data behind Tesla stock using the Ortex platform as well. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like Tesla, if you like making money, if you like the markets, and you like participating in each and every one of these videos, which should be every single one of you guys. Now, let's get into it. So, Tesla stock today still closed red, barely. Down 0.3%, so a third of 1%. And this was a 4.82% gain from the low of the day today. So if you bought some calls on Tesla like 10 minutes after the bell rang today, you did very well. Let's just say that. This was an over $10 move from the lows to the peak that you've seen today. Pretty impressive. Now, it's not so impressive when you look at where Tesla was yesterday, about the same prices. So you pretty much gapped down today and then took all day and recovered it, and now you're kind of back to where you were yesterday, which is better than being down 4.5% at one point we were. Now, why is this happening? Well, this article says Tesla's stock falls towards fifth straight loss after slowing in China auto sales in March. And if you take a look at the data, it says the China Passenger Car Association said over the night that passenger cars sold in China in March rose 0.9% to 1.59 million, compared with 10.4% growth in February, according to a Dow Jones Newswire report. Sales for the first quarter dropped 13.4% from a year ago as January sales plunged 38%, the report said. Tesla recorded $18.15 billion in revenue from China in 2022, or 22.3% of total sales. Now, why Tesla really took it on the chin a lot harder compared to some other electric vehicle companies is because Tesla has just cut prices again. So what that really indicates is potentially China is not really a good place for Tesla right now. Maybe the demand is not looking so good for Tesla in China. That's what you get from a price cut yesterday to these terrible growth numbers today. Put one and one together, it doesn't look very good for Tesla. And anything that kind of has a good valuation to it, has an expensive value to it, which would be Tesla. If there's any concerns about, growth slowing down or margins getting compressed by more than expectations, anything along that line or in that realm, is going to be a very negative thing for Tesla stock. And that's exactly what you've seen happen today. Now, I'm not going to sit here and forecast this or that. I think Tesla has surprised and impressed all of the doubters over the years. So I'm not going to sit here and doubt Tesla. Maybe Tesla is having great demand and everyone else is faltering, right? This report is kind of saying that none of them are having good demand. So don't shoot the messenger here. Now, this came out about 20 hours ago. Tesla announces big plans for cheaper iron-based batteries. Tesla is planning to install iron-based batteries that are not only cheaper but less of a fire hazard in a version of an affordable electric vehicle and a semi heavy electric truck, according to reports. Reuters reported that Tesla CEO Elon Musk is a big proponent of lithium iron phosphate LFP battery technology and was quoted as saying in March that quote, the vast majority of the heavy lifting for electrification will be iron-based cells. Tesla currently uses nickel-based batteries, which allow vehicles such as the company's semi-electric trucks to go 500 miles on a single charge. The Model 3 and Model Y vehicles also use nickel-based batteries, which have a capacity of 75 kilowatt hours, as opposed to LFP batteries, which will be able to hold 53 kilowatt hours. Chinese suppliers dominate the LFP industry, and getting those suppliers to build factories in the US could be a challenge given heightened political tensions between the US and China. On Wednesday, Tesla released the Master Plan Part 3, which includes plans to begin using LFP batteries on short-range semi-light trucks through a launch date was not specified. It says the EV company also said small electric vehicles coming down the pipe will also operate on LFP batteries, and eventually the Model 3 and Model Y will do so as well. One of the main reasons Musk and other LFP advocates are looking at iron is because it's cheaper and there is an abundance of it. Those two reasons outweigh drawbacks such as the batteries weighing more and having less capacity, providing a shorter range than nickel-based batteries. So a lot cheaper. That's something that I want you guys to grasp here. A lot cheaper. And that's going to mean some better margins for Tesla. Hopefully it doesn't affect the, product as much, which it's going to take a little bit of time to get to that point. Obviously, it's not going to happen overnight, and there will be a transition effect into these iron-based batteries. But this seems like a good thing for Tesla. And the great thing about the stock market is it's forward-looking. So if it's relatively in the near-term future, I mean the next 6 to 12 months, the markets will start to look at that like, hey, margins might be better in 2024, and could get behind that and help stabilize Tesla stock and help it to go higher. After all, the markets are forward-looking, and we were expecting the Cybertruck for a while now, the semi-truck for a long time, and markets baked in a valuation based off of that as well that kept getting kicked down the line. But Elon Musk is such a genius, he knew exactly what he was doing the whole time. Now, Tesla to open a new Megapack battery factory in Shanghai, the company says. This is the last bit of news that we have on Tesla here on the day. It says Tesla will open a new mega factory in Shanghai that is capable of producing 10,000 megapacks a year, the company announced Sunday. A megapack is a very large battery that stores energy, helps stabilize the power grid, and prevents outages. In a tweet Sunday, Tesla CEO Elon Musk said the factory in China will supplement output from a factory in California. Tesla will open a new mega factory in Shanghai. We just read that Tesla currently has a mega factory in Lathrop, California that is capable of producing 10,000 megapack units each year, according to the company's website. In a tweet Sunday, Tesla CEO Elon Musk said the factory in China will supplement output from the factory in California. So I think all in all, I mean, it's a positive thing and a positive development for Tesla stock. So I did want to bring that to your guys' attention. Really, the big story on the day, though, if you have not seen before we get into the Ortex data on Tesla, is that the Apple Mac shipments fall more than 40% worse than major rivals. And this is a year-over-year number, right? So the Q1 of 2022, you've seen 40% more Macs being shipped than Q1 of 2023. Those are very unpleasant numbers to hear. That has never, ever happened in the history of Apple. Now, Apple's worldwide PC market share also dropped from 8.6% in Q1 2022 to 7.2% here in Q1 2023. So you're not getting a lot of love from the Mac right now. And that's what really helped push the markets down here today, and was an overall negative thing, right? Like the Tesla China news maybe wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't for the other bad news, like this Apple news. Pretty bad overall. So there you have a little update on the day. If we go ahead and take a look at Tesla and the Ortex data, let's see. The thing that I like to watch the most on Tesla is actually the option activity, because you can see what the option activity looks like for any given day. And today is pretty normal. 45% positive order value, 769 orders totaling $777.89 million. So a lot of options were placed on Tesla stock today, 45% of which were positive, 55% were negative. Pretty typical considering Tesla was down about 4%. Not a huge deal whatsoever. And if you do take a look at, let's look at the short interest. And it's at a relative high for Tesla at 3.32% short of free float, about 90 million shares that are sold short. Now, why I'm bringing Tesla's short interest numbers up, it's not like it's a huge candidate for a massive short squeeze, but it could be. If the markets really start to turn around, Tesla was a lot higher just a couple of days ago, and there's been a lot of shorting in Tesla as of recently that could, push Tesla a lot higher if the markets do start to get more bullish. Now, obviously, you don't have a lot of economic data at all coming out tomorrow. You really don't have anything. But on Wednesday, you're going to get CPI. You're going to get the FOMC minutes. On Thursday, you're going to get PPI. On Friday, you're going to get retail sales. You're going to get the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Survey. And then you're also going to get large bank earnings on Friday as well. So based on all those catalysts, if things do go bullish for the markets, which I don't really expect them to, but if they do, Tesla could be a big beneficiary of this, because Tesla does trade a lot based off of, Fed policy and the course of inflation. So when you look at it like that, the risk to reward here looks pretty nice at 184. Maybe there's room to fall a little bit here. You'd want to watch about 150. I think that's going to be a very big psychological support level, and I wouldn't expect a big drop under that. But still, nonetheless, looking pretty good from here. Tesla was just at about 215 a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, even was sitting around the 210 level. So it has dropped quite a bit. And I do like Tesla, obviously, for the long term. You're well off of the highs, and the valuation makes a little bit more sense now. And you have even seen elevated volume to the levels that you have not seen in Tesla, well, really ever. I mean, look at the volume down here. You've never seen volume to this degree ever. So I do think there's a lot of interest in Tesla, and it's going to be a very volatile ride. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, source your comments, questions, or concerns down below in the comment section. That is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.